Hey everyone, and welcome to an in-depth look at the Live by You announcement trailer that just dropped on my channel, but all the other channels as well. And big thanks to Paradox, first of all, because they gave me the stuff earlier on, so you can already now enjoy this in-depth look at it. And trust me, I have seen this a million times, so hopefully I'm not gonna miss out on all of the details. And be excited, there is a lot in here. But before we start, actually the little hint, I will be getting a little bit more in the future as well. So if you want to be updated with this game and have all the info, nitty-bitty grids and stuff like that on your hand, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because we will be covering this until the very launch of the game. And Paradox was so cool to involve me in all of this. There will be a very active feedback going on, so some of the things you may see in this trailer are by any means final, and they are reaching out to people to really get feedback in and make the game even better than it already looks. And I don't promise too much if I say it looks really good. I also have some additional screenshots that you don't see in the trailer, so stick with me till the end. We're also looking at the screenshot, but without further ado, you want to hear not only things, you want to see things, so let's move on and actually have a little look at what's going on. So first of all, you can see in the background, this is the starting image, and this is a little valley you can look into, and you can see it totally doesn't look finished, which again, they also told me to just mention that because it makes sense. This is a test version. And so obviously the graphics and stuff are not up to the highest, but this is also not what it should all be around, because remember from The Sims, the valley also doesn't look the best. It's really about the people, the living spaces and stuff like that. So we just go forward here, and the first thing you notice over here is that it says open world, which is pretty great, because that means we have an open world to build our houses in. There is a lot of footage we are looking at in a bit, how this looks. But all of these houses you can see in this frame, in this very frame, are built by you, if you fancy doing so. Some of them are prefab, obviously, but you can build all of these styles of houses. So before we actually go into the very detail, you can already tell how good that looks. I'm very interested to see how the transition is from the actual building and the look at the map, because it does seem like that the house building looks super detailed and super nice. So the question really is there like a seamless transition into the building, or is this like kind of as in Sims where you load into your very personal lot? We're gonna see this, but moving on, you can see there's some really cool lighting going on here from the left hand side, how the sun sets and so on. But we are right away, boom, into the life simulator. Oh my god, we have to stick on that one quite a while, because this sets sail for the future. We haven't seen that one in the trailer, or the teaser I should call it, because the teaser actually showed us already some kind of building stuff. Oh, there's some building stuff we have to cover. Also, this looks like our bath thing, by the way. I'm also looking at rebuilding our new house. I'm so excited. Like, by the time the game will be launched somewhere this year, we will hopefully have our house finished, and then I'm gonna completely rebuild our house, and I'm so looking forward. I can see this little shelf over here is also looking like the one in my room. However, this over here is the first look at the menu, how you'll be playing the game. I have to say it looks very refreshing to me in the first glance, very modern, and very different to The Sims, and this is something I want to point out, because if the game wants to stand out, it has to do something different, and I love the fact they do this. Now, let's start with the easy stuff. To the top right, you can see your money, and you can see the XP. I can't tell if 700,000 in the in-game currency. Also, this is the same currency as in City Skyline. Thank you for pointing out, because people did point that out into the comments. Obviously, the same genre, the same developer, it makes a lot of sense. But if you look here to the left-hand side, you can see there is like kind of the building menu. You can see that that we have a little task to do, and this is open the package outside your door. This sounds scary to me, but anyways. And you have some people you seem to be in a relationship of some sort with, and you also have a little bit of a text message, it seems like, and this is putting laundry away, which seems to be like the info that that Emily Jordan is just doing that. She seems to be about right, not super cool, but like about right. Alright, so now we have to look at the very important bit in the middle, and you can see there are the typical things. It's the rest, the food, the toilet, the fun, the drink, the social, and the hygiene stuff. I am really stupid, but I forgot if the drink was already an item in Sims as well, or if it was food and drink in one. Can't remember if so, but even though if it's not, I like the fact it's separated, because obviously drink is very important and you drink more often than you eat. So that's pretty good. The rest is pretty expectable, you know. Nothing I want to look too much into. Gosh, this thing is really annoying. Let's put that further up top. But now let's have a little look at this build. So it's a very simple room. However, it looks like there is like a little opening to the side here, so you can see the other room as well. Like it's blending over, because pretty much obviously this would be like a blue wall here on the right hand side. We've got some images. We've got like little toilet paper, the toilet itself. We've got some things resting on this shelf, maybe for like bathing. We've got a shower, which looks a bit dirty, to be honest. Could be cleaned. And then we've got the sink. We've got a mirror, which almost looks like actually working as a mirror. It's something not too obvious, but it's cool. And yeah, I don't want to go too much into detail of all the pieces, but it's really good to see that they have a lot of things going on. Here you can see the map, which obviously is the transition to the map, I guess. And then on the left bottom part, we do have our person. We've got the building, I guess it is. It looks like a backpack of some sort. Not sure what that is. Maybe it's the inventory. Got a game icon, which is interesting. I'm not sure if that's like something you can play or anything. Then you've got a build thing, which almost looks like furniture maybe, and got settings. Not sure what all of these exactly do. But anyways, let's go further into the trailer, because now the next spot over here is really good as well. You can see the graphics look really good already outside. The lighting is superb. It's a tiny bit oversaturated in my opinion, but you know what? It's just, as I said, very early stage. But you can see on the left-hand side, it says plant 4 seeds, so it's really cool, or seeds 4 times, I should say. So there's actually gardening already involved in the base game, which is great. You can see Kirsty Bauer Brinkerhoff is doing some sort of gardening type of here. You can see some plants. Yeah, just really cool. Again, I'm not going to point out every single detail because that would cause us another million times, but oh my god, it's so good. You can see also the rest is pretty much the same. If there's any more change, I will point this out, but it looks really like a seamless transition into the outside of your lot. But anyways, let's go further to find some more details, also I like the animation. We are now in a kitchen of some sort, and you can see there is a bit of news in here, a bit of news value. I love the fact that we have some hanging plants like this. It all looks very modern and very like exactly like the time we're living in. But there's one thing I want to point out real quick, and this is the plate here to the bottom. It seems like not only in Sims, but also in Live by You, people seem to be not the easiest when it comes to keeping stuff clean. But yeah, you can see Evan Phillips is cooking, and Evan is basically telling us he needs to relax more often, which, well, we can see he needs to rest a bit more often, but that's fine. And we have got the fact that Evan observed Smith relaxing, which doesn't help if you want to, right? But yeah, other than that, you can already tell that there's a lot going on in this kitchen in terms of items and stuff. Really good, but let's move on real quick, because this is, well, actually some cooking action. I like how he puts that on the plate. And the next shot is a rather cinematic shot, which I like, because hopefully we get the stuff to do cinematic stuff, because Sims has brought up also a whole range of different types of content you can do. And for example, it's like storytelling and so on. This trailer even says there's a lot of stuff to do some storytelling, which I love. And I also love the fact that we have like gay relationships and all of that. This stuff is in, which obviously you would expect, but it's good to see finally that it's all in. And I can't wait to see what kind of stuff people do with it, and everyone is represented in the game. I like. Let's go on, even though I admire those two kissing, even though this is not a gay couple, but this one is. And you can see they're standing over here, and then we even have proposing. Which, even though this shot, other than the fact that they have a pretty good relationship, it seems, is not too exciting. The one thing that is exciting is the fact that proposing, building relationships, it's all expectable because we know all of that. But it's good to see that the game will feature this right away, which, it's not even done, and there's like quite a lot of time until the release. But it's good to have it, right? It's good to be able to tell that it is all in already. Alright, with that said, let's go on to the next point, and there is like so much to see in here. First of all, this could be something really good because we can explore the environment freely, which is cool because that means even more that the transition seems to be very seamless, and you can find some objects and stuff, go some, for some exploration. You can do some skateboarding over here, as you can see, nearly hitting the bus. You've got a bus going around. I guess you can Also use like public transport, which is pretty cool. And then you can also talk to people on the streets, which is good. I just like the fact that you also have like a cinematic, almost like cutscene vibe going on here. I don't know, I just like it. This is Ruben McKenzie, by the way. Yeah, we don't need to follow the entire conversation. Even though sometimes they hide some stuff in here. Let's see. Sorry if I overshare a little. Okay, well, actually, you don't, because the trailer is awesome. And they right away skip into shopping, which is cool. You can go shopping. I like that. The fact that you can go almost like in GTA or something, you go shopping. Also, this is like typical girl stuff, you know? They are fully prepared to go shopping. They have the perfect rest, perfect food. The toilet is maybe not the most realistic thing. I mean, I have a wife. I've got a relationship for over 15 years almost. Yeah, it is, oh my god, it is almost 15 years next week. Oh boy, I better do not forget about that. So, we've got a lot of fun with drink, social, and hygiene. I mean, obviously, the rest is done. Or maybe it's because shopping just creates such an overwhelming good feeling that everything else is, I'm rambling. I'm sorry, you know, I love the fact that girls just love shopping. I also like shopping, but the type of shop changes. Anyways, so it's cool, you can go shop, really cool stuff. I just love the fact how it's also styled. The doors are almost like ours. Good. So that means we can have that. And you can go and have a job. And the cool bit is you can actually go to the office. I like that. I like the fact. I like the office. It looks almost like the old office I have worked in. Like with this big open windows here. Until they've just like built the biggest skyscraper like across the street and everything was in shadow then. That wasn't the best thing to have. But yeah, as you can tell, this is the office vibe going on over here. I could analyze all the pieces in here. That's like a boring office. We don't need that, right? Let's go further, because everything else you can already tell. Also, I like the fact that she seems to have a very easy job, because rest is pretty good. She isn't allowed to eat. She doesn't have much fun with it, and social interaction seems to be bad as well, because I assume everyone else is grabbing some food, if I see that correctly, because she is. Anyways, let's not get... I'm sorry. It's just fun, okay? Just fun. Okay, so we are outside, and you can see we have a good time. This dude has a better time than the other one had. But it's also obvious that this dude had a good time, because he's just been back from the barbershop, I assume. Because on the right-hand side, you can see sneaky over here. This is the sign of a barbershop. And I wonder if this is like open world, if you can even play with other players and have your own like shop going on. I think that could be really fun, you know, if I just open a barbershop, people can get to me and other people could work at mine. I think this would be cool if you just provide the location and say, hey, okay, you know what, I just built a bowling alley. And people can just go to your bowling alley and others can work for you. And so you can even make money. I don't know. It's just a weird thought. Anyways, you can also switch between people really quickly. I want to go surfing, by the way, now. And you can take control. You can even go through the park. As you can see, Andreas Morrison. That's funny. That's another good hint that we also may have transgender people in here. Very cool. Or if it's maybe... I assume it is, right? But I'm not sure, you know, I'm not too sure if Andreas is always like a male name. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. Maybe I'm just weird and this is Andrea. I don't know. But it could be. Why not? So then, oh gosh, we have finally where we need to be. You know, I like all the options and stuff, but you know that I'm a type of builder person. And I want to build. And this over here, this is what we all needed. We all, at least everyone who has ever played The Sims, especially The Sims 4, will know the pain with the color wheel, or actually the non-existing color wheel if you want to, or the color, you know, combinations. It's something that bugs people. But here it seems to be not the case, because we do have a fully flexible color wheel, even with hue and saturation controls over here. And we can also set some presets, which is cool. But that made me super happy to see that. Gosh, there's so many good things to see over here. It's insane, you know. It's just so cool. You can just grab the chair, change the color, and there you go. The next bit over here is that you have like a kind of a main street cafe building over here. And there's a lot going on. Existing humans, you can basically edit the appearance and stuff. And this is where we go next. We are going to tell the stories. I thought, we talked about that. Telling stories is good. And we do tell the stories with the people. And oh boy, the screen again. We are already talking for so long, but there's still so much to see. And you just bring that thing over again to another location. I'm stupid again. Hello, where we need to be is here. Let's move that down now. This is a better location. Okay, so let's go from top left to bottom right. Top left, you can see this is an adult. She is age 36 and life stage adult. That's good. Let's click that down. I want to see which life stages there are. We've got the gender woman. Look at that. There we go. We've got a woman, man, non-binary. Attracted to woman, man, non-binary, which is also cool that we know it. And then we also have the body shape. We can just kind of dice the personality if you want to, just go and fully randomize it. But she's well-traveled, she's genius, she's charming, enthusiastic, active, a troublemaker, and shameless. Okay, that's interesting. Then we do have a business type over here, which is the beachside offices where she works. And she's an intern, not earning that much money, to be honest. And this is why she's only living in the Willow Cottage. And the furniture is the basic furnishings. Not sure if this is just selectable or if it basically is the starting option over here. I think it is the starting option. Then you can see the whole thing on map, and you've got the vehicle. It's a mid-level coupe. I could assume what this looks like, but anyways, we can customize this as well, which is kind of cool. You can even customize your car. How cool is that? And then you've got the name. This is Jin August or August Jin. Not sure how, which way around, but okay. And then you've got the housemates, which seem to be, they're living like kind of in a community. So basically everyone is going for work and doesn't earn much, I guess. But we've got the Queenie Cove over here. That's the only one we can know, because hovering over this seems to give us an idea. And I think we're switching over to the housemate. Oh yeah, there you go. We're just switching over by hovering, and then we've got Dane Stevens. We've got Seth Jones, and we've also got Ash Dolkar. Look at that. And over here, you even have your pronouns. You've got your cache. Is that our overall cache, or is that... Okay, this is our overall cache. And you've got some notes to the people, which is pretty cool, because then you just go and check over here. By the way, really cool that this dude seems to be attracted to everyone, which is like, he's just loving people, which is good. And he's a bit of a hipster, because she's only running this freaking expensive thing. How the hell is this 5,000? I really do hope it has Wi-Fi at least. But okay, we go on. And you can see even more people over here. Well, this was the previous one, by the way. This is not, this one is Ash Dolkar. Nice shirt, by the way. So really cool. That's another one. Okay, now this gets even more scary, because if this is 13, how was the other one 5,000? This is exciting. It's not exciting, but it is somehow weird. Okay, but we can also see there's some more stuff over here, even more housemates, and you've got another person. Yeah, you get the idea, okay? My god, this is definitely a test server over here going on. I really like that. You can see some cool crossing going on. Really good stuff. And now, oh my god, we go into the... Oh gosh. Okay, next up. I watched this trailer like a million times. I know what's coming, but I'm still so excited. I really hope it translates. We've got the full body. By the way, if you hear some little weird voice crackings or whatever, still pollen allergy. I want to apologize once more, but there is no other way to bring the content to you other than having these little, sometimes here and there. I'm just having some sweets so that I'm not coughing the whole time. Just as a little hint. Anyways, this is the important bit. We've got the full body. We've got tops, bottoms, outerwear, underwear, swimwear, socks, shoes, hats, glasses, jewelry, and accessories. Really good. We've got all the categories you would expect. And if we zoom into one category, as we can see over here, the wardrobe says outerwear. You can see some jackets and different types of jackets. And of course, we've got free color selection again, custom color pickers, and oh gosh, it's so cute. It's so good. Just look at that. You can set all of the presets and then also change the color into any type of color you want, which, oh my god, is so good. Now we go into the lot creator. As you can see, as I said, you go into the lot creator. A lot of things that you would expect to see. So yeah, I'm really excited. Until I haven't played the game myself, I wouldn't and I won't judge too much how it plays and how it feels. We can just see some indicators over here. For example, that we have a lot of flamingos to the I'm just going, but they're like flamingo pieces. And I want to point them out because one little reason. It's not even just a joke, okay? So trust me here. Everything we have seen in this trailer so far, in all the buildings, have been or has been super accurately, always very straight, rectangle, nothing really in a different angle. But if you look closely, these flamingos, they have a very random rotation to them, which I like. It doesn't seem like, but they do. You can even see that by the shadows and stuff. Anyways, that's not what we should look at. We should look at this one over here. We got the bluish highlighted bubbles, I wouldn't say, or not bubbles, but the kind of circular things. And if you see now, the cursor goes over one, and there you go, it just highlights this. And once you do highlight this, you can drag it, and you can see that one of the walls costs about 300, no, what was that, 160, I guess it was. Yeah, and so since we're pulling that away, we are earning 160 euros and less space. But this is all like sim money, cities money, I don't know. So if we go further in, you can see how this works. And I assume this one is also making the wall taller or not so tall. Not sure how exactly that works, but you know, we'll find out in the future. And in here, we don't need to look too much into it because we have seen that already in the trailer and I've gone over this, but you can see, as always, we've got the wall creation, the roof creation, doors, windows, columns of some sort, furniture, staircases, some fences. This seems to be something now, the more I think about this, this could be something for the outside. Like maybe you can even do some stuff around your lot, like not in your lot, or maybe you can even own like a garden somewhere else or something. That would be cool. And obviously like a bulldoze tool. Very good to see that everything is featured. God, I can't wait. We're now going to the next move and next mode, I should say. And this over here is the windows. And you can see, one thing that I want to say from the very beginning is, again, this is very early on, still a lot of community feedback will go on into the game. But just look at the size of the cursor here to the right hand side, or the scroll bar, I should call it. This is really not the smallest at this point, but also not the biggest. So that means we do have quite something to scroll down to. So already quite a lot of different variations of windows available. And I'm quite sure you can even customize those. So that is going to be very interesting. And then once you're done, you can also just save it. And now we get into the spicy bit. You can select one of the lot library things from the inventory you have. And once you load that in, you can, and this is so cool. This is just so cool. You just grab that thing and you just place that anywhere on the map. So it's not as you can see, there is not a pre-located kind of grid on which you have to put it. No, you can just plop it onto the map. Just rotate it into any angle you want, and boom, there you go. You just did that. And look at this house now. It's so freaking awesome. You just rotate that and you place it anywhere. Now you can also go by car, obviously, you've seen that one. But before we go on, let's do a little break and talk about all we've seen. Right, so I think the first and most important bit is that this game is delivering on all the levels that you would expect from a serious competitor of The Sims. If it does over-deliver, we can't fully tell yet, but I think the ingredients are already visible. And if this is now shaped together with the community that is already pretty strong in City Skylines, we can expect a lot. And now, if we go a little bit forward through this now, you can see we've got the conversation creator, we've got the event creator, we've got the item creator, we've got the shop creator, we've got the object creator, the mod creator, the career creator, the quest creator, the script creator, the gameplay creator, the recipe creator. That's so cool, by the way. Finally burning some stuff that actually sounded at least very good. Skill creator, trade creator, crafting creator, collectible outfit, household, story, life creator. Now, we know how Paradox has basically, I wouldn't say revolutionized, but they have really taken the strength of community and modding into City Skylines. I know many people, if you like it or not, but it seems like that for this very game, they have taken this but brought this into the game. So you have a creator in-game, which makes it playable for everyone, rather than having external mods that could cause a lot of issues. I can't wait to see what people do. You unleash the entire power of a community in a game like The Sims, which obviously the other developer wouldn't let people do. But in here, this could be in for a final and serious competition. And I'm looking so much forward to that, because I loved Sims to bits, okay? I want to say that over here. It's no secret. And Sims 3 was definitely the peak for me. But after Sims 3 and Sims 4, and just in this genre where basically no competition is, you kind of get stuck in a way. And you need competition to be better. And we saw that with basically Sim City or Roller Coaster Tycoon, you name it. And I'm so happy that we finally seem to have someone who took that seriously. And we have someone who brings us the competitor we have all waited for. I can't wait to see more of this game. I am at least very much hooked. And as promised, we are going to look at some screenshots now before we end this very long and in-depth, analysis of this trailer, release, whatever you want to call it, announcement trailer. Also, I'm just loving this artwork, by the way. It's looking so good. I could imagine that as a thumbnail, but there's so much more to show you. I'm not even sure what to do as a thumbnail. Anyways, as promised, let's move over to the screenshots. We've got one over here, which is super cool. Seems to be two people. Could be in a work situation, could be in an art gallery, but if I must do a guess, this should be at work. And you see, there's someone asking, have you finished your weekly task yet? I swear my social life has tanked since starting to work for the company. What's this printer incident people keep whispering about? So you can actually choose your question you want to have, which is cool. There's not that much to see, but it's cool. You've got some interaction at school. But yeah, let's also switch the song by any chance, because this one was a little bit too much annoying. So let's go to this screenshot over here. You can see, oh, by the way, we've seen that in the trailer, but now this one has grown a little bit. The sapling has grown. Very cool. Also, have you noticed the dwarf here in the background? It almost like scarily is looking at us from the back. And the same one over here hidden in here. Maybe they're asking us how many of these dwarfs have been hidden in here. I pretty much guess I've seen all of them. But anyways, I like the fact also how the screenshot shows how the graphic really is and how clean it does look. Sometimes from these trailers you don't get the idea, they are rendered and stuff like that, and the in-game experience always is different from what you see in the trailer, unless you're looking at a, I don't know, 4K super high-res rendered trailer. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, now this is very interesting because they said we have a kind of, conversation creator, and I love the fact how this looks. If you have ever done something in a node creator, maybe CryEngine something, or like Unity or whatever, you know how that works. And it's so good because you can create your own stuff over here. And why is this good? You may ask yourself now, but I just want to build like a fancy house. Okay, that's fine for you. But other people want to kind of create the stories and conversations and stuff, and you can do this by here. You can actually create conversations for your very own story you want to write, and I love this. It's so cool. You've got so many options to do in here. Look at all the different nodes, and there's so much to do with it. Really cool. And then we have like another shot of a room, which is pretty cool. As some graphical glitches here in the mirror, but that's fine. This is almost our fridge. I feel like I can really build my kitchen and everything else. It's so good. Also I love the lighting over here in the entrance. Look at this fancy kind of light on top of the dining table. Really cool. Kind of really cool chandelier. Anyways, next screenshot. This is something we haven't seen in the trailer. I thought we had, but I'm glad I looked at the screenshots because there's something obviously we haven't seen, and this is the wall paints. Really cool. You can see like a bajillion materials over here, and you can also change the color, obviously, and you can change the pattern scale even. That is something I haven't seen in The Sims, and I haven't seen any other attempt of a game like that. This is so cool because the scale of the texture is rather important, because sometimes you can do the exact same, or not, let's put it differently. You can do totally different things with the exact same texture if you use it differently. You can make like a very tiny square look, which almost is like a little bit of a haptical kind of illusion that there is a little bit of haptics on it, or you take these squares and make them super big and change the color to have like a very nice and obvious style element. Super cool. You can do so many different things with it, and I love it. Also, what is that on here? It's like little dinosaurs or something. I don't know. Yeah, then we've got the other one, which is straight out of the trailer. And we've got another thing which almost looks like as if it is out of the trailer, but it isn't. It's something different. But what you can see down here, which is kind of cool, you can change the different color presets also to the amount of different colors you're using. You've got a color preset with 3 colors and only one with 2, which is cool because that means you can also change those things individually, which is also some good info. Also here, I like this with the frames. I almost assume that this is not one piece, but actually some other pieces mixed together. Yeah, we haven't seen how things are moved on the wall, but anyways, this over here seems to be the object creator, which is cool because it means like you can change the type of it, the availability, and gosh, guys, I just want to have that game right away. It's also, you can see who's able to interact with it. You can show the animation, the placement. So it is the full animation thing in here. You can have your object, and it's so good. It's so good. Look, you can even add the different things, like the different animations you can load into here, and then you can basically, hopefully you can basically just take one of these things, copy that, use the animations and change the model. That would make building these things quicker. But yeah, then another shot from the wonderful trailer, and yet another one detailed shot of the clothing. Now you can see over here this wonderful jacket gets a couple of options how to make the different style, how the lightness is, how the saturation is, what the hue is, and then you can also save it. It's so good. I can't tell. And this, look at this. This is what I meant about the windows, by the way. You can change the windows accordingly, again, with these kind of circular things. And I think this is very important because that means, again, you have one piece and this piece opens up to, you know, so many opportunities. You can do so many different things with it. And you only have that one piece, but you can, flexi color it and just put it into all colors you have. And you can change the sizes and proportions of it to make it something completely different. And you know that I like to, you know, abuse pieces to what they're not meant to be, to make them and turn them into something else. I really love it. Yeah, another shot we have over here, we got some shots that haven't been seen in the trailer, but I like the fact that you also have like the different cosmetics, and you can even have eyeliner. Look at that, this is so cool. I mean, not that I've used eyeliner too often in my life, but it's so cool that you have the option, and yeah, so good. Then you can change the personality, do some other traits to them. Yeah, what shall I say? It is absolutely looking phenomenal. And with this shot, we have reached the end of the video. Oh my god, it's super long, I know. I hope you managed to get through with me because there's so much good stuff in here. If you are, as I said, interested in more and in very much actual information right when they're available, you better stick with me because I'm gonna cover it the whole way until the release and even beyond that. I can't wait. So yeah, just make sure to subscribe if you're here for that, but also obviously with the other content. I wish all of you a very, very great week ahead, and make sure to stay safe. I talk to you in the next one, and goodbye.